By your willingness, allow for any divine insight or intelligence, any healing, any demonstration, manifestation, most needed by your soul to occur in the stillness and sacred silence, with each inhalation and with each exhalation. The inhalations are the divine, sacred, and Holy Spirit breathing in through and as our very life. And each exhalations releasing anything that no longer serves for your highest and best good. To see that disappear, disintegrate back to the nothingness from which it came. All that enters is all that is divine, sacred, and holy. All that is for your highest and best good right here, right now. And using your breath, we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And allow ourselves to sink even deeper into the center of the I am that I am. Infusing the heart space with love and light intelligence. And allowing for all healing, revelation, insight, wisdom, transformation. Each inhalation represents all that is divine, all that is sacred, and all that is holy. And with every exhalation, inviting you to release and surrender all lower frequencies and vibrations. Anything and everything that no longer serves you for your highest and best good. Release it through the exhalation. You can even release it through the soles of the feet. Back to Gaia, Mother Earth, to recycle, refresh, restore, repurpose, make new. Bless and release. Only the highest and best good remains. And so with your inhalation, with your breath, let's just breathe in great gratitude. Gratitude on the inhale, gratitude on the exhales. Grateful for this time of stillness, centering and remembering the I am that I am, where everything is always whole, complete, perfect, divine, sacred, and holy. You may want to just brush off the soles of the feet back to the earth to allow any of the lower frequencies release to dissipate. And we'll bring our attention back to the physical body, completely, wholly, and fully. You may want to just tap the feet to the ground and gently tap the fingertips together, bring our awareness and attention back to this present moment. We remain with a heart filled with gratitude for this practice of stillness, gratitude for the ability to be together in spiritual community. And as we have created a field of awareness and a field for blessing and transformation, insight, revelation, demonstration, healing, for all those who now enter the space to receive a blessing, a miracle. I'm so grateful to each of you. I am. When you're ready, just allow for the outer eyelids to open if you have not done so already. And become aware of the sanctuary space, one another. As we continue the preparation for our Sunday service, this concludes the meditation portion. To each of you, I'm profoundly grateful and thankful. Namaste.
Look at the person next to you and say, God loves you and I love you too. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. we come together in the name of love. I got no drums, David. I hear the level very low. There it is. We just roll with it, right? A little more? I can crank it up here if you need me to. Okay, that's all the way. Never done that before. There we go. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, I recognize a God, and you can still use more. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, from every walk of life, every creed and color, in kinship we unite, in honor of the love of each other. Take a look at the person next to you. Say, Namaste, I bow to you. Feel the love in the sanctuary. Lift your voice, repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love. On your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet, see the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Here we stand on holy ground. Let us make a joyful sound. Hey, 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 everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody, get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I'm getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Yeah, my soul is welcome here. I am getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. Getting a message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here.
Thank you, Al. Thank you, Al. And gosh and golly, good morning. Gosh and golly, good morning, and welcome to our spiritual center in Redlands. Thank you to everyone joining us live in our beautiful sanctuary and to those who follow us on Facebook Live and remotely on YouTube. My name is Eileen. It is truly an honor and privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a New Thought spiritual community and all-inclusive to the spiritual truth from all the world's, my goodness, this is an interesting morning. I'm going to get my brain together right now, just a second. Okay, all right, here we are, okay. And it is truly an honor and privilege to welcome you to our Sunday celebration service. We are a New Thought spiritual community and all-inclusive to all spiritual truths from all the world's religious traditions and spiritual paths. We focus on the philosophy of science of mind, which was developed in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Reverend Dr. Ernest Holmes, who developed a fresh new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into our world. We honor all people from every background, all races, sexual orientations, gender expressions, and spiritual paths. No matter who you are or where you are on your journey of faith, you are always welcome here. If you are with us for the first time, please raise your hand and allow us to greet you properly. We have 3 beautiful new faces here today. Actually, 4 new faces today. One of them is 16 months old. And he is absolutely adorable. We are delighted to have you all with us today. A gentle reminder to please silence your cell phones and place them safely away so that you may participate more fully. And again, I say, welcome, welcome. We are so happy to see you today.
For those of you who are just arriving here or maybe joining us online, I'd like to recommend the pre-service meditation that Brother Mark always does such a beautiful job with. This is that spot where we center down and find that inner voice. is well, and I am grateful. All is well. Now it's time to let it go. All is well, and I am grateful. Life is good, and so it is. I know Spirit blesses and protects you. And I know that Spirit's kind and gracious to you. And as you and I know, the Spirit shines its light upon you. And is your peace. All is well, and I am grateful. All is well, and now it's time to let it go. All is well, and I am grateful. Life is good, and so it is. Life is good, and so it is. Life is good, and so it is.
And so I invite you to take in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. Let's just breathe that in together. And on our exhale, we release and surrender all that it took to be here in this present moment. Just let that go with ease and with grace. And again, we breathe in the divine, sacred, and holy breath. And exhale out anything and everything that does not match all that is divine. Another exhale, releasing out anything that does not match all that is sacred. And another breath out, exhaling out everything that does not match all that is holy. And as we return to our normal breathing pattern, we're reminded that this power and this presence, this love, it's here and now in this place, and it's in this space. It's in me, it's in you. It is from where we operate. It is our operating system is the divine. And so we connect to it in a bigger, bolder, stronger, thicker way than at any other point in time. It's by our permission. Spirit always awaits our permission and our willingness to surrender to it so that it may demonstrate in our life in a bigger, bolder, brighter way as divine health and healing, as wholeness, as divine right relationships, divine right employment, divine right housing, divine right family dynamics, abundance, wealth, joy, peace. All that is on your soul's heart for healing, allow it to be in this space so that it can be transformed and it can be demonstrated in a revelation with unconditional love, just by your willingness to receive that the truth about yourself is that you are whole, complete, and perfect right now, even now. And if you can agree with that, we'll say it together as an affirmation. I am whole. I am complete. I am perfect. Even now, especially now. The divine is my spiritual operating system. I rest in this knowing. And so I continue this prayer now for peace, the peace that passes human understanding. Let peace prevail on earth. It must start first within ourselves. So let's find a place of peace within us each now. Just breathe into the center of this I am that I am, and try to find that peace within yourself. Extend the peace now to the family units that are both biological and created by us to support, sustain, and maintain us. Even if there's struggle or strife within the family, the biological family, send blessings to all. Send forgiveness and love and light. The love can make its way back. The love is the truth. Everything else is illusion and a lie. And so find a way back. And then this peace now, let's extend it throughout our city. Let's extend it throughout the state. See it go from the beaches to the mountains to the seas. Take this idea of peace with a capital P, spiritual peace, that has never been hurt, harmed, or endangered. Take it now throughout the globe and the galaxy. Take it across the oceans. There's no borders. In spirit, there's no borders. And we take this idea of peace, let it prevail, let it have its full sway. Let it protect every city, village, and town, border to border, north to south, in Ukraine, right here and right now. Let world leaders choose peace in all their policies, now and forevermore. No explanation needed. Let peace prevail in the Gaza Strip, Palestine, Israel, Ukraine, Russia, Sudan, Armenia, everywhere in struggle and in strife. Spirit knows the way, and I want you and invite you to join me seeing peace as prevailing on earth. Let's take that love and light intelligence from our tiny center in Redlands and expand it to millions and millions, billions and billions, trillions and trillions of energy units for peace. See it as a peace shield pervading, impenetrable. And we can rest on this rock of truth knowing that it is accomplished. And that's how we do our prayer work here. We just expect the good after we release our word with great thanks. And so I continue this prayer now to include all of us individually in this center. Just say your own names out loud, Brother Mark. Say the names of anyone you're holding in prayer. Ed, for his healing and wholeness. We bless all those who have called our prayer ministry. We celebrate the heavenly birthday of our sister Edna Fair. We remember, for ease of healing of the body temple, for Bonnie T, Ellen DC, Patty B, Gail Y, and any of those who have reached out to us to hold them and know the truth about them. And if anybody within the sound of my voice is looking for a prayer treatment, just see me or any of the practitioners in the space, and we shall make it so today. There's no waiting in prayer, no efforting, no struggle, no strife. Our teaching is that it's immediate. Nothing needs to be earned by you. The divine is your spiritual operating system. We've declared that and affirmed it out loud. And so now all that's needed is a celebration of the knowing that this is the truth and that this is so. And the release and the surrender of any fears, doubts, worries, any sense of trepidation, any sense of lack or not enoughness, any sense of unworthiness. It's by your willingness that the Spirit operates. So I invite you to surrender even more fully this day to the divine within, knowing that all indeed is well. Despite appearance, despite circumstance, try to find that place within where indeed all is well. Let's breathe that in again with the divine, sacred, and holy breath. Try to center and find that place within you that already knows. Just remind yourself. And if you want to say it out loud, I am whole. I am complete. I am perfect. All that the divine is, I am. This is the truth. I allow it to be so. Declare my word to the law of life, knowing indeed it is done and indeed it is so. And I invite you to say it together with me, and so it is. And so it is. So thank you, everybody, for being here this day. My name's Brother Mark. I'm a practitioner emeritus. That means 20 or more years of service in science of mind communities in Southern California. So I want to just introduce myself and say thank you for allowing me to be here on the pulpit. And I invite up our board member, Eileen, for the reading.
Okay. You're going to love this one. You're going to love it. Dear human, you got it all wrong. You didn't come here to master unconditional love. This is where you came from and where you'll return. You came here to learn personal love, universal love, messy love, sweaty love, crazy love, broken love, whole love, infused with divinity, lived through the grace of stumbling, demonstrated through the beauty of messing up. Often. You didn't come here to be perfect, you already are. You came here to be gloriously human, flawed and fabulous, and rising again into remembering. But unconditional love, stop telling that story. Love in truth doesn't need any adjectives, doesn't require modifiers. It doesn't require the condition of perfection. It only asks you to show up and do your best. That you stay present and feel fully, that you shine and fly and laugh and cry and hurt and heal and fall and get back up and play and work and live and die as you. It's enough. It's plenty. And this was written by Courtney A. Walsh.
Grateful for your tenderness when life can feel unkind. Grateful for the way you see when I'm stuck inside my mind. Grateful for your courage to hold your steady ground. Grateful for compassion when mine cannot be found. Compassion when broken hearts bleed. Compassion, can you do that? Compassion. Sweet compassion when my soul's in need. Compassion, sweet compassion. I find my compassion with friends and enemies. Compassion, my own compassion is where my spirit breathes. Grateful for your thoughtful words when emptiness abounds. Grateful when you take my hand and you turn my head around. Grateful for the healing and the warmth of your embrace. Grateful for compassion to touch a deeper place. Compassion when broken hearts bleed. Oh, sweet compassion when my soul's in need. I find compassion for friends and enemies. My own compassion is where my spirit breathes. Sweet compassion when my soul's in need. Compassion, sweet compassion. I find compassion with friends and enemies. Compassion, sweet compassion. My own compassion is where my spirit breathes. Compassion, sweet compassion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-talented New Thought musician and artist, Al Yankee.
Thanks, sir.
Come on now. Aren't we so incredibly fortunate to have the most magnificent music? And that's, thank you, Gilman, our music director, for that. Every week in our little teeny, beautiful That Church in Redlands, we have the most magnificent live music, for which I'm so thankful and grateful. And I will tell you, if you check out many centers that are like a small to medium size, some of them have all transferred now to just tape music. To me, it's not really the same. And even all the imperfections, I want to thank you for all that, because it's live. So you never really quite know what shall happen. And I love that because it's spontaneous, right? Part of the beauty of life is the spontaneity of being together live, don't you think? It also was very powerful on Zoom. However, I will say I do prefer seeing everybody, feeling everybody. I was going to tell you, if we weren't live streaming, I would like to do the whole service from right here because I feel the sweet spot. It's right about here. It doesn't have anything to do with all these chairs. It includes you. It includes you. It's right here. So I might do some of it from here, and then they can't watch us. Isn't that better? So do you know what today's talk title is? It's about self-compassion, self-acceptance. Does that sound good? So I got to tell you, there's a couple of prerequisites for this. Do you know what they are? Self-love, and self-care. So I think without those two, we're not really going to be able to get to self-compassion and self-acceptance. So I'm going to speak for a couple just minutes. I'm going to break a couple of those down, then I'll go back up there. I'm loving this place, though. I just feel this is the place. If anybody wants to sit right here, it's the vortex. Oh, maybe because we also pray, remember, to send peace throughout the center of our sanctuary to the world. So this is definitely, maybe I'll go up there. It'll be a vortex, right? It will be like Cirque du Soleil. So this idea of self-love, it's basically all the classwork you'll ever do in any science and mind-based center or any center that teaches classes, right? It's an unfoldment. And it's like peeling an artichoke. I've said this many times. What's at the ends of the leaves of the artichoke? Ouch. They can even make us bleed sometimes, right? Because we're peeling back the layers to get to what's in the center of the artichoke. Yes, the most delicious part sometimes. So like, without the self-love, we really don't do a very good job with any other spiritual human being, right? We have to find that the effort of our life is to find that self-love. Then we can have the self-compassion, self-acceptance. The other one was self-care, right? It dawned on me, sometimes you'll see me writing. It means I'm still getting message for the message. Usually I get it at 4 to 5 in the morning. Today, sometimes right up to the last minute. So this coming in, breaking news, breaking divine news. We have to have self-care, right? It's a pretty common phrase now. So what are some of the things included in self-care? Eating well, right? We change our donuts into broccoli in the back. We bring more salad and fruit. In fact, today the donut board member is not present, so there you go, right? For me, blessing with divine assimilation, divine elimination. Any herbs, vitamins, medical treatments, procedures that we're going to have. So powerful. Can you feel me on that? We just bless it. Try to muscle test yourself on, are these things good for me? It can be even a lotion that we put on our face. Some are not good for us. So there's a way to muscle test where you hold, Ed can show you later too, you hold a couple fingertips together, and then whatever it is that you're testing in the other hand, and try to have somebody pull it apart. If it remains strong, it means it's okay for you. If it breaks open, it's not so good for you. And you can even test it with herbs and medication. Do I take 1? Do I take 2? Do I take 3? And then if it breaks open on 4, you're taking 3. So it's our bodies know because we're energetic beings, right? Physical fitness. Ugh, he was going to talk about that. Dang him. We have to walk. We have to move. We have to take care of the body temple, right? It's a temple. We have to honor our temple. Sorry to break it to us, right? It's nobody else can do it for us. Yeah, some people say you don't move it, you lose it. So we got to do our fast walk. We got to get our cardio in. For me, as I age, I'm finding things starting to fall. And for you, young lady?
In Native American, we say that the earth does not like sitting. So it's about moving, about keeping moving.
So we want to, I've been finding things falling. I told my trainer, I said, if these go any lower, we're having a problem. But then I dropped down too. I had to realize and take accountability and responsibility because I don't go 3 or 4 days a week anymore. I'm going 1. That's not enough. My physical is telling me that's not enough. We got to move like probably 5 days a week at least. Anyway, you get what I'm saying, right? And if we're going to do something, I say, what's the other thing? Buy the shoes, eat the cake. Of course. We don't know when right? And we can do it all in moderation. Sometimes, too, our teaching, when you read the books, and you're welcome for the new people here, we're so grateful to have you here. I don't know if you found us. I think the Redlands Daily Facts had an article printed about us today. But however you found us, we're so grateful to you. And so take the books that you're called to, study. But no, you don't need to read a book from cover to cover. Sometimes you can just open it, and it's the exact right paragraph or page. I'm also going to suggest that we look at these sometimes like a cheesecake. We don't need to eat the whole thing. It's most delicious when we have a bite. Does that make sense? All right, I love that place. I'm going to go back up to this place now. Now we're going to go to self-acceptance and self-compassion. Did everybody feel pretty good about how we've been going so far? All right. And we can lower that mic so it... I'm going to read a quote from Holmes. As you learn to release all your burdens to the right action of God, you will find that everything falls into its proper place. You let your problems slip away from you, realizing that a power greater than you are and a presence that is within you is ready, willing, and able to guide you in all ways. Isn't that beautiful? That's from the book Thoughts Are Things, and that's page 89. So I brought this magnifying glass because I printed out from Wikipedia online some of the definitions, and they're incredibly microscopic. So defined, in psychology, self-compassion is extending compassion to oneself in instances of perceived inadequacy, failure, or general suffering. American psychologist Kristen Neff has defined self-compassion as being composed of 3 main elements: self-kindness, common humanity, and mindfulness. And I wonder what that doctor had to do to get into the Wikipedia definition. Because her name's coming up first. I'm like, go, Dr. Kristen. She's literally in the definition. So, do you like the idea of general suffering? No. So, when you enter, for the new people that came in, as you exit, you may have already seen it when you entered, there's a phrase that's really common in most science and mind-based centers. Change your thinking, change your life. And that's the general purpose of our whole entire teaching. And I've expanded it, and as things expand, the top of our teaching symbol has a tilde, which means we're open at the top to include quantum physics, the self-driving cars. I mean, just yesterday I thought a car was driving next to me self-driving because they were driving so poorly, A. But B, I couldn't see the driver. It was like almost a golf cart size, and I'm like, I didn't see anybody driving, so I just kept going, mind my own business. So the idea is that we're open at the top too. And the general idea is that there's more to come, right? There's more to come. We don't need to suffer. The suffering is optional. And at the same time, I say that we can lean into our suffering to ask it what it's there to teach us. This can be especially true in a physical illness, a diagnosis. We don't have to accept diagnoses. We do accept all treatments that you want to bless, right? So if you want to take treatments, all I'm saying, all our teaching says is bless them all. You can bless, it's a good idea ahead of time, the appointment process even, to get an appointment, right? Let them see that I am the operating system of the divine. Let them recognize me with my crown on. My crown is over there somewhere. We'll wear it later, or I'll get it. Maybe Holly will get it. And you can wear it for me, Holly, so that people see the queendom and the kingdom at hand, right? This is who we are. Yeah, we just have to remember ourselves, right? Note to self, I am divine. Let's do that as an affirmation. Note to self, I am divine. I am fabulous. Now, I heard that word. Did you hear where that word came from in Eileen's reading? And that really just caught me. It's like, whoa, yes. Yes, you are. And you look fabulous, by the way. And even more than that, I wish you could come up here, and if you want to, join me. You feel fabulous. Isn't that even better than looking fabulous? Honestly, you feel fabulous. And when we come together, wow. Can you feel the combined energy? I don't know who brought it all. I know Jean brings it in everywhere she goes, because she comes in the back. She's like this already. She's already like, she's got a tambourine in her hand, but there's no tambourine. She's ready to party wherever she goes. So that's the self-compassion. I'm going to go on with a couple things. Self-kindness instead of self-judgment. Can you be down with that? Common humanity instead of isolation. Mindfulness instead of over-identification. Observe and acknowledge your experience. Connect to your common humanity. Offer yourself kindness. Do you? Right. So I hear sometimes the energy got really low. Like, I'm not looking. Like, don't make eye contact over here. I'm going to sip my coffee. I might even go to the restroom now, or where's my keys in the purse? So let me ask again, do you offer, or could you offer yourself more kindness? Let's see the showing of hands. I'm going to raise 2 hands. I mean, hallelujah. Let's do that again. We need more self-kindness too. So part of the beauty of this teaching and being together and the practice is it offers you the idea of accountability and responsibility, right? Because an expanded mind, this is a great teacher named Reverend Dr. Michael Beckwith, and many other have said something like this. An expanded mind cannot retract. So when we hear the word I'm fabulous, you resonate with that. So you can't go back and pretend you're not fabulous. Because guess what? I am fabulous. Now that's a mic drop. So when we see ourselves, when we look in the mirror and we go, look at that hair, I better get it straightened or cut, or look at I gained, like, how many pounds did I gain or lose, right? Or I wish I was taller. I wish I had, more of a bicep at my age, or I wish my X, Y, or Z, right? We're actually talking about the divine. So if the divine is going to drop a little, it's still divine. It's 100% divine. It's just as divine at whatever age we were. We can look at old photos, right? And you're going to go, you are fabulous. And you know what? Some people even look more magnificent and more beautiful now. Have you seen some of those? I have. It's like amazing. You're like, what are you doing? What are you taking? Right? What's your makeup regimen? What's your creams? What's your potions, your lotions, your herbs, your vitamins? Right? So anyway, let's keep going with this. We're getting somewhere, I think. Self-compassion is being kind and understanding when confronted with personal failings Honoring and accepting your humanness. Isn't that good? So let's just do it as an affirmation. I shall honor and accept my personal failings. I operate in the divine operating system. This is who I am. I am fabulous. All right. And David had a vision, and I'm going to share it. He said, love, is this right, is a boomerang. Whew. Catch it. No, let it come back. So I'm not, he can do his own message on that someday. And at the same time, he put it in my ear, so I'm going to put it out there. And just let you know this idea that when people are coming at us, for us, they may not remember, Holly, demonstrate the crown. We shall leave that on. It's there. They may not see the jewels on the crown. So unless they're there to really admire that or shine it or replace a missing diamond or ruby, I'm not all that interested. So when people come at us, we can use this idea that love is a boomerang. We can use all of our teachings to pause and first remember who we are. We don't owe an explanation in that moment. And it can even be a physical fight. There's only been one time in my life that I just allowed myself to get, crunched. Because I made a choice as they're coming at me. I said, I'm just going to go down. I'm a practitioner, not going to fight back. But if I wanted to fight back, it'd be a scene. I could do it. They don't know I was a wrestler when I was in high school. They don't know I could pin them if I wanted. And they don't know how angry this little Armenian can get. I can get pretty angry pretty quick. It can get pretty hot. It's getting hot in here. So take off all your clothes. Right? You get it? So you have to remember to touch your own crown. Let's just do that. Let's adjust it. You may see Facebook posts about, right, we have to just adjust our crown. Isn't that the truth, though? So we don't have to, if love is a boomerang, there's a whole nother message coming out. We can just, it's going to come back to us. So it's saying give more love. So if something other than love's coming at us, we can duck. Like, remember the Matrix? I can't do it at my age. I used to be able to do it on a dance floor. And if I did it now, I would never be able to get back up. But I was able to, in my 30s, go all the way like this and then come all the way up. And it was pretty remarkable. Sir, let's use the hand mic. Hold on. All right. The people that are watching can't see it, can't hear it. So they'll keep it brief. Here we go. It's okay. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, just like when we donate, that it comes back in multitudes.
Oh, okay.
The love boomerang comes back to us.
All right.
In multitudes.
Thank you. So I'm going to bring you back up here. Let's leave it up here. I'm going to bring you back up here for the offering. There we go. So let's finish up. We're going to just go to, I get one scripture. Audrey's in the house. I get one scripture. I get one quote of my choice. I already did Ernest Holmes' quote. So let's see. We did self-compassion, right? I'm going to go through real quick the self-acceptance one. Ready? The act or state of accepting oneself. The act or state of understanding and recognizing one's own abilities and limitations. In each moment, you're either practicing self-acceptance or you're judging yourself. What? So it's, what? Let me read that again. In each moment, you're either practicing self-acceptance or you're judging yourself. Nice. So we can either look in the rearview mirror of life and say, I see the crown, right? See the points, see the jewels, and crest them more, right? Or we're judging ourselves as I forgot my tiara at home. I forgot my crown. I forgot my traveling crown, right? So we can, it's an invisible crown. You guys got that, right? And you can also wear a literal one. Why not? Why not? So we got to remind ourselves just of who we are. Who is that person coming at us really, messing with? Who are you toying with? Because it happens to us all the time. Even just driving anywhere, driving especially anywhere, where they drive like in the fast lane as slow as the big tanker truck, just so all the crazy people have to get around on the far right lane. I mean, and I've told this many times. It happens every day. Happened today. Happens every day I go to work. And I even took a picture the other day because I knew these two guys, it's going to be beautiful. And I was watching. I thought I'll take the license plates because something's going to go down. And it was a big truck, and then the Mustang, and everybody's going 45, but the Mustang 120, because I was going 85, 90, and he passed me like I was stopped. And then they come on the side streets, and I'm like, they just don't want to let anybody through. So if we want to have peace the reason we start with peace within ourselves is because there's little things like this that happen all the time, right? Where we can allow somebody to go in front of us in a line, and I can do a better job too of allowing somebody to go 43 miles an hour in a 65 mile an hour zone. And most of the time what we can do is just mind our own business, bless the situation, right? And try to stay away as far as possible from it. Because your intuition is the voice for the divine speaking to you, in you, as you. And it will tell you, pull aside, right? So we want to listen to that voice. And let's see what else self-acceptance has to offer us. Why is self-acceptance so powerful? When you're accepting of yourself, you tend to worry less about what others think. This helps you view situations with more clarity and makes you less likely to take on harsh criticism of yourself. What does lack of self-acceptance mean? It means you have a difficulty acknowledging and talking about your failures, weaknesses, and negative traits. You lack self-love and have a deep desire to be someone other than who you are. Your outlook on life is negative for no particular reason. Do we know anybody who fits in that category? I mean, you could sit at home all day and just watch news and then become that, like, oh my goodness. Right? So that's where we go into this idea of expanding our consciousness. Another quick principle in science of mind and the teaching is that thoughts are things. So what we really, and even beyond change your thinking, change your life, is what we really believe and expect to come true. That's what we really believe and expects to come true. And I've told people a bunch of times from here that I'm going to create an app, and it's going to be on a cell phone, and I can just scan your third eye, right, the forehead, and it'll tell me that whatever you're saying in your prayer, you accept for yourself at whatever percent. We'll call it 23%, right? It's 47%, and our goal is to get it to 100%. Spirit cannot be fooled, so we know that when we're activating our prayer work at 100%, it shall manifest indeed at 100%. Does that make sense? We're going to start the whole talk over because you came in, and I thank you for that. We're so grateful to have you here. Welcome. You're right on time. So every time we arrive at a place is a perfect time, including those who are watching remotely. Because have you ever clicked on something and it was just what you needed in that moment, like a quote or a video? It just uplifts you. So let's see. We covered self-compassion. Let's see if there's anything else on self-acceptance. Are you able to accept yourself? You are? That was very, very good, very bold. I think I scanned you with my app and it said 98. Let's try again. Are you willing to accept yourself? Oh, now that was only 18. Let's try it again. Are you willing to accept yourself? 100. And we want to get to that 100 because that's the principle of mental equivalence. You can look it up in a glossary. It means that when we're operating at that level energetically, we're like a magnetic field for our good. Part of the reasons of our steps of prayer work is that thanksgiving and release, when we find the gratitude, we've declared, like Holly with she can't put the crown, thank you. So the crown's on, and when you're doing your prayer work, you're basically like releasing a scroll, right? A lot of my age people will know what that is, and older. And you might have even written it with a quill and an ink blotter. You're declaring what is true and what is so. It's by your command. It's by your order. It's by your declaration. So we want to practice that for the things that it's coming into like what are those girls that were was it Spice Girls? Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Tell you what you want. So you're basically telling the universe, you're placing, it's your shopping list to the universe. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I tell you what I want, what I really, declare it. Affirm it, accept it, and then all you have to do, if you know that you're at 100%, I say this line, and I don't know where it came from, but you just stand on the rock of truth, and you shall not be moved nor swayed from that place. The oceans can come over the rock, and it still won't move you, and you're just now awaiting your good. Doesn't that feel good? You can be in joyful expectation. Holmes would tell you, all your job is then to do is be in joyful expectation. Sound good? It's just about time for the scripture and the end. Let's see. I got my Holmes quote. I get one random quote. This is from Rainn Wilson. It's called Why We Need a Spiritual Revolution. That's the book. What is the real game of life? What is the point of all this sweaty, gooey reality? The obstacles we strive to overcome, the dysfunctional families, the trials we undergo, the horrible jobs we sometimes have to work, the times of tremendous stress and sadness, the annoying people we bump up against, all the tests and difficulties that lay strewn along our life's path. I believe it's to generate these spiritual eyes and ears and elbows that we will need beyond the veil. The hardships we endure in this world make us wiser, humbler, kinder, and more loving. Isn't that beautiful? So that's my other quote. I'm going to change a little bit to this as an affirmation. If you believe the affirmation, let's say it together. The hardships I endure make me wiser, humbler, kinder, and more loving. I'm going to throw out more love boomerangs. And I'm going to end with scripture. This is from Psalm 1:3. Blessed are they who have grown beyond their greed and no longer nourish illusions. They delight in the way things are and keep their hearts open. They are like trees planted near flowing rivers, which bear fruit when they are ready. Their leaves will not fall or wither. Everything they do will succeed. Peace and blessings. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, everybody. And now David will come up. It's time for the offering. And the ushers are coming forward. Is that right? It's time for our giving. Just tell us what you know.
Yes. Giving comes from our heart. It comes from the community. It comes from what we know that we need, even if we don't recognize it. We are meant to be a community. We are meant to help one another. And this is our mechanism at this place and time.
Thank you. And so the same portal from which we give is the same portal from which we receive. It's a spiritual muscle. And so we build it by being more generous and bold givers and receivers. So I invite you to take your gifts and your offerings and we bless them together. There's an affirmation that will come up on the screen eventually, or you can just say it after me. From the love of pure spirit within me, I bless this gift. I send it forth to heal and bless and prosper. It is evidence of my faith and my belief. It does great work in the world. And it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it perfectly is. Amen.
Thank you for giving. Thank you for receiving. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for breathing, and thank you for believing, and thank you for being who you are. The universe is flowing with love that's ever growing, and you are a vessel of that love. So thank you for caring, and bless you for your sharing. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for being who you are.
And I invite the congregation now to outstretch our hands toward the offerings received. Know that they come in all week, for which we're so grateful. If you're watching remotely, check in the chat. You can give by Zelle. And I want you to know they do come in all week. So we bless these tithes, these gifts, these offerings. We're grateful to the Redlands Interfaith community who actually published an article about our center today. Isn't that amazing? It was written so long ago, I had forgotten, and it was printed today. So thank you so much for having our center be blessed and a blessing. 70 years of service in Redlands. Let's go another 70 or more, shall we? So we're going to bless this and know it's sufficient. It shall continue the mission. Yes? Together we affirm it by declaring out loud. And so it is. All right. Thank you, ushers. And so, Ed, you had an announcement. Come on up. And Eileen, you're going to stand by. The announcements are here for you. So, Edward, our board president, has an announcement.
Okay, so I have a very special request. Jean and I would like to see if we can get little packets that we all probably throw away of mustard, mayonnaise, ketchup, all the little things that you get from the condiments, but they have to be in little packets for our shelter program at the hotel. So if you would like to, just, Eileen, you're here on Wednesdays? Yeah, so if you want to drop them off, just collect them. We would be very grateful for that. It's just all those little packets that some of us just throw away. If you can just start bringing them to the church, we would appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Hello, is this one working? Okay. Then I don't need this one. Of course, sometimes it's nice to have two microphones. So we have some announcements, but before I give you the announcements, I just want to say that when I partake in being an usher, I get to practice receiving money. And now this money that I receive from all of you today, it goes to the center, and it is blessed, and I'm grateful to do it, but I want you to know that I am a receiver in training when I am an usher. Okay. The announcements. Thank you, Ann Spear, board member and coordinator of yesterday's Metaphysical Fair and Shopping Bazaar, and to all those who helped volunteer and supported this incredible event. I was here. It was a beautiful day. A lot of people came. Every one of our readers and our vendors, everybody was booked up for the entire session, and it was great, and everybody loved it, and they're looking forward to the next one. And the next time it comes around, I get to see all of you there also. Join the book club on Tuesday and Thursdays from 7:30 p.m. to 8 p.m., hosted on Zoom by Holly, our crown-wearing wonderful person over there. Our membership meeting is coming up next Sunday, August 4th at 11:30, right here in the sanctuary after service and online via Zoom. If you wish to become an official member prior, please see me after service today, and I have a membership application. And if you sign that membership application today, you get to partake in our membership meeting next Sunday. This is your church. And when we have these meetings, it's wonderful that you come and pay attention to what is happening in our center. We share everything with you. We are open about everything that we do. So we would love to see new members there and all of our current members, of course. There will be no meeting tomorrow of the Divine Feminine Circle. This will start first Monday in September on the 2nd, 10 a.m. to 11:30. Join us for potluck, snacks, and fellowship time right after service. And thank you. Thank you so much for being with us today. We love to see you.
Thank you. So you can rise for the closing song if you like. We're going to open the double doors and sing out to Redlands. And thank you to all the new people today. We appreciate you. Stay after, grab a snack, grab a new member packet.
I used to think I'd always be alone, separate, misunderstood. I spent my days in quiet desperation, but on the outside, things looked good. And I discovered the error of my thinking, the lies at the base of all my fears. So simple that it turned my world around. Oh, why did it take so many years? Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. Loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open. Now I am walking with my eyes wide open. I am knowing with my mind wide open. I am loving with my heart wide open. I am walking with my eyes wide open, wide open. There is no separation, no matter what it looks like. No separation, no matter what they say. No separation except what I imagine. And I imagine separation's gone away. Now I am walking with my